Oh no. No, Fripp has left the Waystone to play Roblox. Hello, I'm Wafflestick. Welcome back to my Minecraft survival series here on the WayStone server. We are currently on Season 2, Episode 36. And I just feel really hyped about that intro. I don't know what it is. I love the Waystone. I don't know what it is. Today I was just like, you know what? Let's go film some Waystone because, I mean, it's going to do Buildcraft, but some stuff was broken with it. I don't know. I got to update it and stuff. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to go over the Waystone and record a bit. I love this place. It's a part of me, and it will always be a part of me. But beginning off, I wanted to explain why there's this big red splotch in the middle of my base that doesn't really belong there. I was like, yeah, I needed a place to grow my nether wart for my nether wart farm that I'm not going to be doing this episode, but will be. Yeah, this looks kind of splotchy. Doesn't look the greatest, but we'll leave it there until we get to that point, which shouldn't be too long from now. And so to start off things, I wanted to get organized over at the shulker box storage area. And we're going to do this by putting some stuff away, which we need to put away this soul sand into our base kit, which we'll be using to store all of the farm stuff that we're going to be doing. Okay, so this is the red shulker box. Oh, no way. Is this my old one? Is this my old shulker box? Oh no, this is the one I used. Okay, I was about to say, wow, I was wondering where that thing went, but needs to go into redstone. Is there anything in redstone? Is something happening with this? Okay, I see. I must have switched it around or something. So putting this back into the redstone one, and this one is the base. Okay, this is the base one, right? Something come up? No? I keep on thinking I hear stuff, man. I don't know what it is. So we got our stuff in there. We need to also put in, I believe that's it, except for this dye. Okay. And we're more organized. And let's see, this needs to go into base kit. I am just like slow when it comes to this stuff. I'm just like, what do I do? You know, countryside kit is what we need today, and I need to work on it. I don't think it's really prepared or prepped for a country kit. It has some bone meal and such in it. It's got some cobblestone that should work for now. But we're going to be working on the area that we had been working on when we built the barn. We said that we're going to do an animal farm next to that. Just like a very universal, you know, all-together animal thing. So let's go over there and see what we can get going. So how about that orange cat, huh? How about him going over to Roblox? I mean, that's really low, man. It's really low, orange cat. We're just gonna have to do some work over here at your base, it looks like. What is this? What? Oh, why? Why this? Okay, alright. I'll just leave it there since you guys were working on it. I'm gonna close it up. But this doesn't excuse you from. This doesn't no, I'm just joking. Let's go over to the countryside area. Speaking of builds, wow. Jados, you, sir, have done an excellent job over here. Wow. Oh, wow, this is nice. If I could stop flying, there we are. Oh, yeah. I cannot believe you've done all of this. This is crazy. I mean, look at this. This is an octopus. Oh, and he's even got the buttons for the detail of like the little suction cups on them. Oh, that's so cool. What's this? Oh, it's a sea lantern. I was like immediately concerned what was in the water, but oh, wow. This looks kind of like the octopus from Legend of Zelda in a way, doesn't it? I forgot what those are called. But he has also done a little bit of a countryside over here. And we've got the countryside home going on, but it's not at the same time. a little tower, a little watchtower. Oh, wow, this guy is coming at me fast. Leave me alone, spider. Please, thank you. Let's take a look. What's this? Is this just a watchtower? Oh, that's cool. I'm peeking around, watching people. Oh, and there's my windmill. Good job, Jados. I know he's still working on this area. I'm hoping I didn't spoil anything, but let's take a look inside. I love looking at other people's builds because you get so much inspiration, and especially when you do this good of a job. Oh, it's like a little attic. Okay. Interesting. Very cool, Jados. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna move in. You know, I've been wandering around looking at stuff on my way to this farm area, and I've just noticed like all of the stuff in this whole area. I mean, it's really strange to see memorials. I mean, this is what I consider them, the bases. You know, it's either people who have left or I've kicked off the server. And, you know, it's really strange just to come through and see all these old remnants of builds that people have done. And we're in a really hairy situation with it being nighttime. I'm just going to fly to a bed over in the barn. But yeah, this is the area I want to work on. I want to do some cool stuff with it. There's a suggestion planted right at the middle, which I'm going to try to make this quick. What the Deej had wanted a fountain here. He had suggested that in a live stream, and that is so cool that I just noted that. I was like, oh yeah, I got to do that at some point. We're going to do the fountain today and get that out of the way. And I need to sleep. If I can find a bed. There's no bed in here. Well, I'm going to the AFK house then. G-Glass is great. I love this shop. I mean, I had bought 4 stacks for only 2 diamonds. Cannot beat that. And it looks like my chest is getting full. I need to organize that a little bit more. My inventory is blank, so we should have some space. I'm just trying to keep it very organized compared to what I do have. Now I do have 2 more diamonds left that we can use, and I think I'm going to go to the Nerdian's wood shop yet again to see what we can find to mix match into this build. So I have allocated all this space to my round shulker box. We need 1 more space filled in with a certain type of wood, and I'm thinking spruce is what I want to go for. It's 1 for that, but I'll take it. I'll just take that much. There we go. I got some dark oak as well. Or just to pop that in there and grab our shulker, we can go and start this farm build. Finally, let's take a look and see what we've got to work with. I can't seem to get this size right. I want it to be about that big, so we'll have some room to do stuff with white concrete. Of course, that's not going to matter so much if it's going to look crazy. Okay, that looks fine. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is going to be a perfect square. Yeah, it might look boring right now, but we're going to try to do some decor for the second level of it and also the ground level, beginning with some cobblestone, which is really odd. I don't usually use cobblestone, but Leech had made it work with this build, and I'm going to do something similar to that, but a little bit more big and some more block combination. Well, I should have thought about this a little bit more because the windows are kind of strange. Yeah, I think it's fine though. And then we gotta do the second layer, which is going to be the main point of it. I am going to be using this for the design, which is really interesting. I don't know how concrete's going to look for a wall, but it's going to give it that farmy house feel. I'll show you how it works here in just a moment. Just gonna start working on this top layer, but interior design needs to be done, and I've cleared all the scaffolding. We just got to put in these glass blocks, and I think that will be close to finish. Of course, this is a lot of windows. I don't know if I need that many, and on the sides here as well. So let's go ahead and take these blocks out if we can find my pickaxe. And line that up with glass. We're going to go to the top and fill those as well. You may notice that I do have my white concrete and powder. I brought some powder over because I was looking at the hard concrete and I was like, nah, that doesn't really fit, does it? I mean, it looks kind of strange when it's just a very solid color. And we need some form of lighting in here as well. Let's go ahead and pop those there. And that should give us a very good idea of what it's going to look like from the outside. Let's turn around and take a look at this bad boy. Ooh, yeah, that just pops, doesn't it? That's not bad. Not bad at all. I need to probably work on a roof a little bit. I try to do these like little spurs that kind of like coming out, but they're just kind of alone and very flat compared to the rest of the roof. But I really like the build in this area. I just struggle with roofs. I struggle with them really terribly. Hey, that doesn't look terrible. I mean, it could look worse, right? Maybe if you guys could give me a little bit of a tip on the roof and what I could do with it to make it look a little bit more pleasing, let me know. And now I'm just going to decorate this up, which I think I want to do something with bricks. Just your standard bricks. What was that? Oh, cobblestone glitching out. Yeah, I'm just going to do something with standard bricks. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some clay for that. Okay, I think I have everything in place. I put everything away for this build because I want to reorganize for the next build, which we'll get to in just a moment. But let's go through the house and see what I've done. Of course, we've added a door. Let's go into the home itself. I have a furnace area that kind of has a chimney hookup going to some kind of random place, but there's no official chimney. And of course, we've got this. I'm not absolutely sure what it's supposed to be. I was going to do like a desk, but I thought pressure plates made more interesting. Kind of looks like a grill. And this is our chair and table along with a flower pot. Now, this was the design that I was taking from some servers I had seen. I know CubeCraft, they had done it somewhere, and I had seen it. So next up, we'll go upstairs where all the good stuff's happening, like a modern setup, it kind of looks like, in an old farmhouse, which is something I kind of wanted to go for because it's like this old house that's just been passed down in the family, and someone has just taken it over. And it was like, hey, we're going to redecorate it, we're going to rebuild it, and we have a nice little table area to put on our hobbies, which is trimming bonsai trees. It's a strange hobby, isn't it? But anyway, we have the redstone lamp just to kind of spice things up. The night light, just in case we think we've seen a creeper while we're laying in bed. And, well, yeah. And we'd also have some storage if we need to use that. And that is pretty much everything in a nutshell. That is the interior decor of our farmhouse, which I think it has come out quite well. I like the interior design, but we're about to do something that is going to make the episode very interesting for me. This is going to be one of the craziest things I have ever done in an episode, and that is to take inspiration from season 1. I did not take any inspiration on my other projects as far as I know from season 1. We're going to be going back to season 1, warping back in time, and looking at the fountain design in the community area. I thought it'd be a cool idea. We may actually take some time and look at some of the other builds just to kind of fill in the area. Maybe there's a farm area we can look at because I'm sure we've done plenty of those. But what the deej, your fountain is on the way. Welcome back to season 1. This is really strange. I mean, I just haven't been on here in a long time. This is my old little house. I have a base, but it's in the nether quite a ways. And it's left just like it was. Everything is in place. If we were to go down here, yeah, there's my storage room, the nether portal inside my home, the enchantment room, the mine shaft, everything is in its proper place. But yes, I was going to take inspiration from this little area over here, which has a fountain, and I wanted to take a look at it and see what we could do to work with it. Let's see, what is in here? Okay, maybe stone brick, because I think it had stone brick and I just wanted to try out some of these stairs. So this is a fountain that we had built in the community area, and if we were to just take a few of these out, I have any building blocks? I have none. I have a really awesome shovel though. Let's go ahead and take some of these dirt blocks out. We're not going to be using this area anyway. Let's make our way up and just see how this would look with some stone stairs. Okay, that's kind of strange. Don't want that. Like this. Oh yeah, now that made it pop. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Oh yeah, that looks nice. So this is the design I want to go with. Maybe not the trapdoors. Maybe that looks a little bit funky. I don't know. No, maybe that looks pretty cool. I want to go with this design, but maybe change it up a bit. We also have a farm area that we worked on, Pickle and I, and this is what we have. It's like a little stable area, and you know, I've kind of done a similar thing in the barn with this pattern. Wow, that looks good. This is probably one of my favorite builds of all time, just because of how much effort and time was put into it. And Spit's in there. Hey Spit, haven't seen you in a while. And I think that's pretty much everything as far as the farm area. Oh yeah, we could sprinkle buttons for pebbles. Be kind of a neat thing. And if we were to go over this way, this is Pickle's old first house, first build on the server. Ooh, that looks good. And Two Canes had done a build over here. This is Two Canes' first house. I was just gonna make sure I show everyone's stuff. And that's the only other 2 members that was on the WayStone at the time. We only had 3 members, me, Pickle, and Two Canes. And it's kind of weird to see how much it's grown. I mean, this is a little bit of a history tidbit for you. But yeah, I'm sure that's all the inspiration that we can gather from here. Let's go back to Season 2 and try to implement this fountain design. Season 1 is a nice inspiration, isn't it? I mean, I began building this fountain, and I think I'm just about there. I'm going to do that because it'd look cool through water, I feel. I don't have any water buckets on me, unfortunately, but I believe I want to leave this open. Normally with these, I would just like close them up like this on the corners, but I'm not going to do it with this one because I feel like it looks better without that. I want to also be putting some lighting sources in here just to give it some light, and I think the effect would look really cool. However, I am going to speckle some lighting around here, which I think I already have. Yes, I have. How about that? I've already beat myself to it on the pathway. And we need water, which I don't think I have a bucket on me. So let's go get a bucket and fill that in with water to see what it looks like. But first we need to get some slabs as well. Boom. I think that's most of the grass. I'm going to actually remove some of this to make it look a little bit more realistic. And maybe a couple of flowers here and there. I'm going to leave, actually that's a good amount. Just taking a few of these grass blocks out should do the trick. And now we have the fountain done. Oh, doesn't that look cool? I like it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. There's nothing crazy going on. But there may be something that we could do. I wonder if we could possibly try these other slabs out just to see, is that crossover going to look good or not? No. No, we're just going to overcomplicate it. It's not going to look that great if we do that. Yeah, that's fine. We need to just keep that at a very minimal basis. Yeah, that pops. And it looks really cool in front of the house. This is making it look a little bit expensive, this area. But hey, that could be a desired effect. Yep, just slept in my house for the first time. And gotta say, I love this little place. I don't know what it is about the inside. But even the outside doesn't look half bad. I mean, it's definitely taking the design I wanted it to in a way. Now that could look a little bit odd because there's no connection. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's get this cleaned up. The sunset's falling. It's becoming nighttime. It's rather peaceful. I love it. We're going to have to put some lighting sources on this hill. And this isn't a natural terraform. I had terraformed it. It doesn't look that great. We're going to have to work on that bit. And also that big splotch of mess up there. But yeah. This looks nice. This would be a really cool starter home project. And, you know, all the resources are relatively inexpensive. If you were to go to the Nether to get the redstone lamp, of course, and I think maybe I did put something else in there that could have been expensive. I don't think so. Yeah, this is all inexpensive except for the glowstone and the redstone lamp, which that all comes from the same place, right? Yeah, you could totally do it. That'd be a really neat project. If you were going for like a medieval build, That'd be a neat little thing to start out on. And I know I've been very unproductive this episode. I have a reason behind it, and I'm going to explain why. Because tomorrow, officially, 1.12 comes out for PC Minecraft. If you play console or Pocket Edition, you probably don't know how it works. So when I get my Optifine back, which comes about 3 or 4 days after the official release, whenever the developers get around to it, then everything changes. Like my custom skies comes back and my cape and stuff. And I like to keep my videos very consistent. So, you know, in the beginning of this video, you're going to see the clouds, and at the end you are too. But the next episode, if I'm lucky enough, custom skies will be implemented. So it'd be really cool. And, you know, that's the whole reason I kind of done it. But we did get a little bit done. We didn't go all the way in, but we did get a nice little farmhouse and a fountain done today, which I really need to go over and do my outro at the player head suggestions area where I had the player wall. Let's go over there real quick and I will get what the D just had, and also hey, I'm hungry. Season 2, and I'm already having nostalgia. I mean, it's bad. I don't know what it is. I just come over here and had noticed all of the names on the walls. Now, this isn't a really big player suggestion thing. This is kind of like a shrine dedicated to the good suggestions that I have used for a big portion of my episodes or my builds. And so we have a few here. I think most of them are inactive now. We've got Enzo, Waffle Lewis, and that's Pedska. And this is Frost. Now, he only stopped by for a few episodes, but the rest of them have been long-time watchers at one point. Now, Jordan Pretty and Die for Respect, which is Alex Alexander, they still watch my episodes. So, hey, guys, I'm glad you still are sticking around watching stuff. But these are the two new player heads in the player suggestion area. This is What the Deeds right here. He's the one that suggested the fountain. I think he still watches. I'm not absolutely sure. I think this is your head. Make sure to correct me if I'm wrong. And hey, I'm hungry. This is his new skin, I guess. It's like a Pokemon skin, maybe? Kind of cool. It used to be a ninja, but he had recommended the portal over at my base area on a separate bay. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode, guys. And I hope you did enjoy watching, even though we weren't super productive, but we did get some stuff done. It is always kind of nice to take a little breather episode and kind of reorganize our brains, because I did go with all of the slabbing the last episode, and I'm a little bit brain fried on that right now. But we will see you next episode. You guys have a fantastic day. See ya.